And just to say, Lazaris, it's wonderful when you digress.
We enjoy it too.
So to tie that in, there's this interesting, again, very linear, very human dynamic where it's like, well, that's an old tape. There's nothing new for me there. That has been wrong 100% of the time. So
maybe not 100%.
Maybe not 100%. Okay. But one of the big examples was, the lost secrets of Atlantis. So listening to that, when I was first listening to that, I could not get over how the overlay, and I kept thinking, okay, we got to get this done. People are going to love this. And when Jack was talking about it, he said, wow, this part that I'm just hearing now, I missed before, which is, and you talked about it, and I missed it, and I don't know how many of us missed it, but you mentioned it at the last weekend. Like, apparently we didn't say this clearly enough, right? If you
said it clearly enough.
You did.
We weren't ready to hear it.
That's right, and that's the beauty of listening to those, because I always sort of go, well, they're older recordings that makes it sound like, listen to an old recording. They are. I was listening to Fear of the Internal War, right? And I think that was the one where you said, I'm sitting there, I'm very serious. It wasn't released yet. And you said, you're afraid of the same things you were afraid of 50,000 years ago. I just started laughing out loud because it's so true. And it eased up some of the fear I have about our world today. And when you say we were talking about the same things, you were talking about fires in 1979. You were talking about, it is all happening now. And we can see that more with our measuring, observing devices. But it's I don't know. Maybe there's not much more to say about that, but I'm guessing there is. Just the difference between static and dynamic. Because when somebody listens to a recording, it's not really a recording. You are right there. That's been my experience. It's not like, well, let me take my notes and just review my notes. No, it's about being with Lazaris.
So easy to answer these questions. The recordings, as we say, are, from our vantage point, are now, always. And when we're talking in those years that you call so long ago, and they are long ago, 40 some years ago in many cases, we're talking about now. It's not that you're catching up, but you're more able and more willing and more responsible for yourself. The New Age, remember that term? It's about taking your power back. It's about being responsible as an adult. It's about making choice. Simple, clear. But those concepts change. You drop the language. No longer it's the New Age. That's just so passé.
Yeah.
and true. But nonetheless, it's the meaning of responsibility expands and changes. But it's still the core. It's still what's there. It's not the form, the function of being able to respond.